Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne, and we have got a problem-filled episode of issue 45, Eagle Moss's Build the Delorean. Okay, how are we going to do this? I think best off, let's show you what we're doing first. Basically, we're going to be doing the speedometer and the dials that go in on top of the dashboard, the lighting that goes behind it, and the little 88 panel comes with this as well, as you can see. Where is it on here? We don't do that. That's actually been already attached to this by some sort of glue and stuff like that. But I'm going to put this to one side because I want to talk about some of the pieces that we've got first. First of all, the LEDs. I suggest checking these first. As you can see from these pictures, this one works absolutely perfectly. But once this is in the car, if you check it later and it doesn't work, you're going to have to take the whole thing apart, which is something you really don't want to do. To that end, let's talk about the thing that goes in front of that, which is this little thing here. Now, if you can notice that, I'm using the camcorder because the DMC is upside down. Why it's like that, I don't know. It's either a misprint or licensing issues, or I don't know. But it is wrong, and I'm sure someone's going to come up with a fix for that. I had a fix, okay? And if you look at that, there's the fix. Trouble is, it doesn't work. The reason being is because the amount of white on that image is not enough to make it as impactful as that. So even though that's wrong, it's going to look more impactful when the whole thing's lit up than the one that I've done, which is correct. I'm sure someone is going to come up with a fix for that now. So if you wasn't aware of that, you are now. The other thing is I checked the light in my 88 mile an hour thing that I've got here. And as you can see in the picture, it works perfectly. The only reason it works perfectly is because the one that came with it didn't. And when I checked it, the light didn't come on. Now, I use my multimeter here. Now, if you haven't used one of these before, let me just quickly show you one of these on this here. If you turn it to the resistance, sometimes you've got something with an audible signal there. If I turn this off, when you get it to turn on, when you touch the things together, see, you get a noise. Okay, that means there's continuity throughout the circuit, and it will tell you if the circuit's complete. When I did this to that unit, the circuit was absolutely complete, no problems at all, but the LED wasn't lighting. So what I did was completely rip this off the dashboard console, replace it with a red LED, make some blackout to stop light bleed, and also I packed it in there so that the light is actually focusing on the 88, because I'm aware that some people, when it lights up, it's only showing an 8 or 2 8s or half an 8 or something like that. So I fixed that, as you can see in that picture, but it is worth definitely checking the parts. There you go, lesson of today. I'm glad I did check that though. I think that was really annoying. That comes up. I was going to order another one, but I thought we might as well fix the light bleed while we're at it. But anyway, the dashboard. First thing we're going to be doing, as you can see here. By the way, I will be putting some wires attached to these eventually, which will go to wherever they go. Obviously, it came with a wire. I've put that away now. I will put that wire back on when I got time to solder it. But it does work. I know it works. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be getting this little black thing here. It is directional. Just seeing which way around it goes. It goes this way around, and it basically goes into these points here. As a matter of fact, it can only go in one way, because if you look on the side camera there, you've got a little extrusion of plastic there, which is going to fit into that center hole. So this is going to be going in just like so. Hang on. There we go. Just like that. And it's going to be screwed in with AP screws. Now, the good thing is with this issue that they do provide screws for us. So let's get them out and screw these in. I'm going to screw these in without hopefully knocking that thing off again, because obviously to get into that I had to break the bonding that was already on it and glue it back in again afterwards, which I didn't really want to do. But yeah, that's good. And then the second one, I've just seen this is actually lifting it up. I may have to glue that back down again. No, that's good. Right, okay. Put that in. Putting it in nice and tight, because I just noticed that it has made this turn around. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to glue that back down again because it has come off. I didn't anticipate that, to be honest with you. But that will be going on like that. So it's looking like that. The lifting will have stopped. So that was steps 1 and 2. Step 3, we're going to be putting in the lighting system. So we already know the lighting works. So we're turning this unit completely upside down. And it's going to be going in this way round. So it's upside down into here. And it's obviously the light's going to be facing the outside, because that's where the speedometer's going. So it's going to be going in that way round. I'm just trying to see if there's any way it needs to go. It says push the forward bit into the slots as shown. So you have got slots in the left and the right sides there, if you can see that. It's going to go into those slots, and once it's in, we will push it completely down so it works. Although, oh, it's fiddly. Why do jobs have to be so fiddly all the time? There we go. It can only go in one way, but when it's in, it'll look like that from that side there. And we've got we've actually got 2 wires coming out the bottom here. Okay. That was step 4. Right, step 5, we're going to be attaching this now to the dashboard that we had in the last issue, which is this one here. Okay, so once that's in, we're going to be feeding this in. The black lead first. Actually, it's both of these are going to be going through this hole at the bottom here. So we've got to thread them through the hole. This is step 5 and 6. Put it through. It's like threading a needle. And this one. Okay, so once that's in, you fed them through and you're pushing this completely down. This is going to be secured into the unit here with FP screws. They're the screws that we had last time. I've still got one left over. If you remember on the last video, I had one spare. So I'm going to start putting this in just to hold the thing in, and it goes in these screw holes here and here. So let's put that one in. Once that's in, I'll be a lot happier, because that was a fiddly job to do. There we go. So then on this section, as you can see here, you've got the lights actually seated behind the unit here, and that's what it looks like from the side camera there. I really will fix this. This is bugging the hell out of me, so I'm going to fix that probably before I go on. But once that's in, let's put the other FP screw in. They did send these screws again, so we'll put them in. Hold it down and put that in just like that. And that was step 8. So, looking like that so far. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to put one of these little tags into this 2 holes here where the wires are going through. The actual extruded end there of the plastic goes into the bigger hole. So we put that in first. I've already got a screw preloaded into this, which is an AP screw. So I'll start that off. There we go. And then I'm going to hold it down with my finger. Whoops, try to. Sorry I'm getting in the way of this, because you're not really going to see what's going on. But that's in. And that's the screw in as well. And that's basically going to keep that wire nice and tidy. And that's pretty much all we've got to do. Now, before I show you the finished article, I'm going to reattach this back on here. So there we go. I've reattached that back on, how it's supposed to go. And that's the dashboard almost done. The last thing we've got to do is remember this bit that we had here. We just got to push that in to the bezel here. So it goes all the way back. Then you push it in gently. You're going to be pushing it in, putting pressure at either side until it won't go back any further. And that's pretty much in just like that. And I think to finish this video, I'm going to show you what that all looks like lit up. So as you can see from this picture, that's what it all looks like lit up. So basically, that is it. That is issue 45 done. Please, please, check your connections, check your LEDs, because it'll be a nightmare if you make this thing and they don't work afterwards. But there you go. Issue 46 probably coming tomorrow. Hope you like that video. Take care.